Alright, what's up guys? Back with another video, of course. It is currently August 29th, 2025, and I'm documenting the fact that, I'm in Europe right now. So I was just in Monaco like an hour or two ago. I went to go check it out, eat dinner there, and just see what the vibes are like, because it is one of the richest cities or richest countries in the world. So I kind of wanted to go check it out. And honestly, my life has my eyes have been changed to what I really need to be accomplishing and how I need to reach the next level before I turn 25 or before I turn 30. Right now I'm 22 and I'm trying to be, the highest I can be at my level while I still have so much energy, so much ambition, so much drive. So just all in all, just being out in Europe has got me thinking yo, this is crazy, because it is nothing compared to America at all. The way that people move is so much different than Americans, and it just really got me thinking. America is it's a great place. I love it. I love it. But it's so materialistic. It's so people in America are sometimes lost on what real wealth is. People are being deceived of what real wealth is. Being out here has shown me yo, this is next level. There's levels to it, of course. So all in all, I'm just trying to say I'm just really now understanding where I need to be headed with my life. I'm overall understanding where I just need to project my goals and put my goals in. And just all in all, yeah, just share the story. This is the beginning of a new chapter for me. Because I feel the past couple of months I've been on a run. I've been trading super good and been having consistent profits, consistent gains, being consistent on social media. And I think I've been on a good run. And I think now I have that switch in me ready to flip and ready to go big. And then I'm gonna go all in. And I'm just not gonna look back. And I'm here documenting it. I'm just literally just not gonna look back. I really want to be, honestly, I really want to touch 100 million. And then from there, I really want to touch $1 billion before I turn 25, And that's 3 years. And I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I got to come close at least. I got to try. You just never know. I got to try. So with that being said, I don't know, guys, today, I just really just been dang, I don't feel like I'm behind, but I'm dang, bro, I gotta work harder. I'm working hard, but now I gotta work harder. Now I gotta think smarter. What's gonna elevate me to the next level fast and efficient? Not I'm not talking about get rich quick or anything. I'm talking about what's gonna take me, what's gonna take me to that next level? What do I need to do to take me to that next level? So I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm gonna kind of keep it private for a little bit. I'm gonna build it secretly. And it's not because I don't want to be transparent, but I just don't want anybody to, ruin my goals or try to, steer me a different way. So the next couple of months, I'm gonna be building 2 different things privately, or not 2 months, but however long it takes. For the next couple of months, I'll be building 2 different things privately. And yeah, see how it goes. And if it goes well, then I'll share it to the public. If not, then I'll start over again. But I really think that the 2 things that I am going to build is really going to take me up to that 100 million mark. And it's really going to get me there to where I want to be. So all in all, I would just say this journey that I'm going to go on, I'm literally just keeping my head down. And I'm keeping my head down, and I'm just focused the whole way through. The whole way through. No shortcuts. No shortcuts at all. Anyways, today I took some gold trades. Or not today, but yesterday I took some gold trades and they ended up playing out. So today I'm gonna break it down to you guys. Currently I am floating $400,000. Yo, if it zooms in, hopefully you guys can see. Let's go here, boom. So you should be able to see. And all in all, like this trade has been clean. It's been textbook perfect. Like it's literally textbook perfect, but I'm gonna explain everything, of course. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Once again, shout out to you guys. Shout out ICC Mafia. Once again, tell everybody like we do not sell courses. We don't sell mentorships. We don't have signal groups or anything. Trades by Side is here to spread trading knowledge to you for free, like the actual real sauce. Once again, a lot of people say like, oh, why do you share your edge? To be honest, I don't look at market structure and price action as like an edge. It's really just reading price. I think a lot of people have like this, like, I don't know, this perspective on trading is supposed to be like, I don't know, the world is weird. The world is weird. I don't try to be normal. Like I don't even try to be a different person either. I just like, you got to really think about it. Like let me rant to you a little bit. Like really think about it. Like the rules and stuff that are set in place, the things in life that are set in place, the things that you have to do a certain way and that are set in place were made by somebody way back then, and people kind of stick to it, to being that way. So what I'm trying to get to is people think, oh, just because in the beginning we had Wall Street traders and they was this way, that it stays that way forever. You get what I'm saying? Like it stays that way. Like people have no sense of evolution or no sense of evolvement in their brains to even process, you know, different concepts or to process, you know, a different life. Like think about the music game, right? You know, the music game was different back in the 90s, the 80s. The music was different back in the early 2000s. Now it's different now. It's a bunch of evolvement, you know, like everything's evolving. So when it comes to just like even the average day trader, you know, like I have fucking face tats and face piercings and, you know, like it's like, what the hell? This dude doesn't look like he might have a suit on and work in Wall Street, you know? So it is what it is. Like, but all in all, I'm just saying people are like, oh, don't share your edge for, you know, reasons, this and that. But market structure and price action is not really an edge. It's really just looking at the market for what it is and taking the market for what it is and letting the market give you what it wants to give you and taking that instead of being greedy, instead of being, you know, FOMOing into trades and stuff. You just take what the market gives you. You just follow whatever it goes, wherever price wants to go, you have to follow the plan. But all in all, I'm gonna break down this trade for you guys, and then we're gonna get a little bit more into just expanding the vlogs a little bit more, probably like into another, you know, 20-30 minutes, so you can get a little bit more about me. I feel like you kind of know how I trade, but you know, everything comes down to psychology. And I don't want to be I don't want to look like some cringy nerd saying it, but psychology is definitely a big part of the game. So all in all, you have to work on your brain. Like you literally have to work on your mindset, because if you don't work on your mindset, all in all, you're just gonna you're gonna know how to trade, but then when the trade comes, you're not gonna know how to think. You're not really gonna know how to process, and everything comes like I kid you just not. I watch probably like 4 to 5 psychology videos a day, maybe 2 or 3. Let's say 2, 3, because some days I'm pretty much rewatching the same one. So, but probably like 2 to 3 psychology videos a day, and it's not a specific person that I watch. I just normally I would ask I'll probably type in why do people get greedy, or what is the psychology of money, or what is the psychology behind you know, human relations, stuff like that, just things like that. And I also chat GBT a lot of those things. Me and chat GBT we have a whole phone call conversation of, you know, just human psychology and the way that people think about things. Because even, you know, the color of my shirt could appeal to somebody in a different way. It's just a bunch of things in life. So I always take that into, you know, consideration when it comes to trading as well. There's a lot of people thinking on the charts and making decisions, and a lot of emotions are involved. So, you know, you know, the way that I trade has been based off of how people trade in the markets, how emotional they can get. Even though it's market structure, the indication part is just really, you know, trapping in. The indication and correction is already trapping in who I needed to trap in, so that way I can place my trade on the continuation. So all in all, just hope you guys having a great day. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, and share this with somebody that wants to become a trader, or share this with a friend that you know that wants to trade, or whatever the case might be. But just overall, keep spreading the message that, you know, I'm just out here trying to give you free game. I'm not trying to sell you a course, and I'm trying to overall make it simple for you guys. So love you guys. You know, I get a lot of people, they be like, how come you don't live trade, or how come you don't get on YouTube and live trade and stuff like that? But I'll be honest, bro, I don't do it honestly because, like, I don't feel like waking up whenever that feels like a job to me, basically. Like, I feel like people that live trade, like you just don't do anything else but kind of trade. Like, you just kind of, like, you're there, like, every morning, 9 o'clock, boom, get on the thing, and then you gotta, you know, be on the charts for like an hour or 2 hours. And, you know, like, I just rather, you know, do it how I'm doing it. I wake up, I look at my phone, I'm literally laying in bed as I'm doing it, like laying in bed, chilling, and place my trade and probably go back to sleep. Like, I don't do the whole, like, routine. Like, in the beginning, you're gonna need a routine because obviously you're working a job. But, like, long term, like, that whole, like, oh, you need to be up at yada yada time, and you need to be able to go to the gym and do all this, like, those are good habits, of course, but those are not habits that's going to make you profitable. Overall, your profitability is going to come from the way that you make decisions, and your decisions come from your psychology. They stem based off your psychology. Your psychology is just based off the mindset that you have. And then your mindset obviously is going to come from just overall experiences, or it's the other way around. Your decisions are based off of your mindset, and then your mindset is based off your psychology, and your psychology is based off your previous experiences, or just any experience in life. So when you go through something in life, you always, like, let's say if, like, someone went through some trauma, right? Let's say somebody got beat up in a school bathroom or something. I don't know. I'm just making something up. Let's say somebody had, like, a bad flight, turbulence on the flight or whatever, right? That's an experience that they have. So now in their mind, basically in their psychology now, they're gonna think, oh, flights are scary. So then they're going to act accordingly, which is their mindset. So now their mindset behind traveling is going to be like, I can't do that because it's scary. So then they make decisions based off that. Everything kind of correlates to one. So there's not, like, a different way of explaining it. But all in all, everything really comes from your experiences. Then you have your psychology and your mindset, which then produces your decisions. So with trading, you've experienced, you know, it's a little bit different with trading, because sometimes you can experience something, but your mindset does the opposite of what it knows not to do. Which trading, like, I'm still kind of even learning and trying to dig deep into, like, the whole reason why we kind of do, like, we do things that we're not supposed to do, and we know the right way. I don't know, it's just an overall, like, outlook of people thinking that they're going to have a different outcome. A lot of people think that, oh, you know, like, even though I lost, you know, over leveraged this time, it might work the next time and pay out so much more, which is never the case, because it never works that way. Normally, when you think in a bad habit, things are not really clear to you. So let's say if you want to over leverage or over risk or something, your brain is making it seem like everything is clear. So your over leveraging is, you know, is approved or is, like, valid. But overall, your brain isn't actually thinking in a clear process. It's a whole thing behind it. Like, maybe we'll get into it one day. I'll probably explain it on the second channel. Like, I'll probably do, like, a whole video on the second channel about it, so we can like talk about it, because I don't want to, sit here and rant all day. But let's get into the breakdown for real, for real. All right, so basically this week is pretty simple. Like I said, I only trade market structure and price action. I break it down into three easy steps. ICC. You have an indication, you have a correction, and then you have the continuation. Nothing else. Nothing else. All you need is volume and swing highs. That's all you need. Nothing else. Know what the basic, parts of a trend is. You need the high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's it. Nothing else. So in this explanation, I need you to clear everything you think you know and just listen to what I'm saying, right? So this week we obviously got some good pushes. But I'm gonna start off from where I got my position, which is over here. I got my position from over here. If we look here, we see that price came up into this level. And once it came into this level, sellers kicked in. So this is a swing level. Let's just say reaction level for this video. This is a reaction level. This is a seller's reaction level. Price gets to this point and it sells. The reason why it does that is because buyers come to a certain point, because when price is buying, it's always heading to sellers. Whenever price is going up, it's going to where the sellers are at, so it can exchange the contracts, exchange the money, because that's what trading is. Trading is going up to a certain price so they can exchange the money, and everybody's happy, right? So price comes into this point and buyers are like exchanging money, and then sellers kick in too strong. So this is letting me know that at this level, sellers are strong because they can push price from here to down here. That means they're strong. We can see that. We can visually see that price is pushed down from this level pretty rapidly. With that being said, anything above this level will no longer apply to this rule anymore. So you see how price, once it got here, it sells. If price comes above this level, it does not have to apply to this rule whenever it is above this level. So whenever price is above here, it doesn't have to sell anymore. You shouldn't think sells whenever price is above this level. If you can see here, literally look how price progressed under this level. Anything above this progression down, anything above it, price will be buying. This is not hard. Nothing about what I just said is hard. You're making it 10 times harder than what you should be doing. Anything above this level, just think buy. That's it. Nothing else. Don't think any Fibonacci retracements. Don't think of pullbacks. Don't think of anything else. Just literally tell yourself, okay, he said above that level, it buys. Boom. That's it. Now, let me tell you more. The first time it comes above that level is the indication. So you don't buy right off the first round. There's going to be multiple reasons why you don't do this. This first one is just telling you price above this level can buy. So it's basically showing you. So we already know, even from when price was here, we know above this level price could buy, even if we had only this information, right? But now price is confirming, it's literally screaming at you, telling you, hey, I've broken above this level. I'm showing you it's possible for me to buy above this level. So this first move is the indication. Literally, price is telling you that it can buy above this level. It's literally telling you what it wants to do. From here, it needs to go and grab more money. Normally, price goes on for a correction. But remember, don't even think of it as indication, correction, continuation. Think about it like this. Price made a high, made a support. So this is that higher low. Now we have a full-blown new high. So what is it going to do? Make a support. The support is higher than the previous one, right? That's what you got to notice about, overall trading trends. It follows price action to the T and market structure to the T. If we look here, the whole time price is following market structure. So there's no reason you should have been thinking sales. One thing about me is if price is hesitant to go into a direction, so price is very hesitant. It's literally fighting not to go down. So why would you try to continue to trade it if it keeps, why would you continue to trade sales if it's literally showing you that it doesn't want to go down? Just because you see one red candle, two red candles, you think it's just going to sell to hell. You guys think it's just going to sell off to just like who knows where. But you constantly see that prices supports are getting higher and higher. You need to be marking these. These are very important informations because as long as price stays above and doesn't break any lower, buyers can still have potential to push. They can keep pushing. Just because it pulls back a little bit, that doesn't mean the buyers ain't stopping from pushing. They just need a little break. Buyers come in, they need a little break. Once they get to this point, they like, I bet we done fueled up on our Gatorade. We're back at it again, right? So once again, just don't forget about that market structure. Everything on the higher time frame. Look at what time frame I'm in. Look at the top left corner, 1 hour, right? I do a lot of my chart work on my 1 hour time frame. So back to what I was saying. We have our indication, the correction. Stop asking me, when do I know when the correction is over? When are I? It's not that hard. The correction is obviously going to be bearish. If we're looking for buys, the correction is going to be bearish. What time frame? You should be looking when price makes that indication, you should be on that 5 minute or 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame is ideal. 5 minute if you really just are you're just blind. 5 minute time frame if you're just blind and you just can't see nothing, but 15 minutes is where you need to be, right? So 15-minute time frame. Look at this. Look at how price high level here, support. High level here, support. High level here, break support. It's not that hard. Now, it broke the support. So that means that this right here, what I was explaining earlier, this right here, boom, 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 this broke. So now this is no longer an uptrend. So then you'll get a lower high. So this also confirms, and then you get lower lows. So in order for you to say price is back bullish again, what does it have to do? Literally, it's not even that hard. It's not even that hard. You're just making it 10 times harder. In order for it to go back bullish, what does it have to do? It literally just did it to go bearish. If it did it to go bearish, it has to do it again to go bullish. In order for it to go bullish, it literally has to just break above here and repeat the same thing, just the opposite of what happened before. I don't know how you're not understanding this. So, with that being said, as we can see here, price ends up making that support level on the 15, making a lower high. Lower high ends up pushing down, making a lower low. Then we get a lower high because this high is lower than the previous one. But then price is failing to go down. This is our last level. So we have to break this level for it to be a lower low because this is our last low. But then it fails to do that. So then this makes this a higher low, swing high, right? Or swing low. But this is overall a higher low. And then we start to push. Now price is broken above this high. Wow, I wonder why I did that, right? I wonder why I did that. So we went from boom, lower high, boom, lower low, lower high, lower, I meant higher low, boom, break. And now it's back bullish again on the 15-minute time frame. And look what zone it's above. You remember that 1 hour zone that we was talking about earlier, the one that made the indication? It is now above that level. It is now above that level. So remember what we talked about in the beginning when I said anything above this level will be bullish. You have to look for bullish. That first time around is not the good one, but the second time around is when you should be looking for your buys and getting into your buys. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did say that. I'm pretty sure I did say that. Yeah, I think I did say that. And now price is above that level. So what do you think price is going to do? And it's got 15-minute bullish confirmations, bullish structure. What do you think price is going to do? As we see here, price starts to build higher highs and higher lows. Now, let's say you didn't trade here. It was London session. That's cool. Not everybody's up at 3 a.m. For me, I'm in Europe right now. I'm in Monaco, or I'm actually just in France. I've been pretty much everywhere in the past couple of 24 hours. But for me, this was 9:30 in the morning, right? For me, I was able to place this trade because it was super early in the morning for me. But let's say you didn't, right? Let's say you didn't. There is no excuse because here we make a high, price starts rejecting. Literally, we can see that price is rejecting. We don't even have to use this one. We can use this one, right? We could just say this one, right? Boom, this high, right? So here, right here, you see how price comes to this level and then it sold off what we was talking about earlier? This is letting us know that right here at this level, sellers can kick in. Let's do this one more time because you guys are just like, I don't know. Look what happens here. Boom. Price breaks the swing high. This level right here, remember, same thing here, right? Same thing that you've seen here. Look what happened here. Boom. It's not even, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. Test it one, two, test it one. This thing ain't even on. This thing ain't even on. Matter of fact, it did get me. It did get me. We're good. We're good. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Look what happens here, right? Price, exactly what we seen here, right? Boom. Price sold at this level. Look, literally just focus, like focus, bro. Here it sold. It came above this level, and that was our indication. It sold, and then back above this level, price became bullish. Look at it again. The same thing happened. Price at this level. Look, at this level, at this level, at this level, at this level, at this level. It sold. It sold. It broke. It broke. Right? Right here, it broke. This is our indication. We have an indication here. Same thing we did on a 1 hour time frame, you can do on a 15-minute time frame. And the reason why we can do it on a 15-minute time frame, because remember, this is that previous level that we was looking for in the first place. Look, this is that 1 hour level anyways. This is that 1 hour level anyway. So anything above here is already bullish. But now you have so many more confirmations to show you that it's bullish that you can't even deny it. Right? You have another indication. Look what price does. Look at it. Just, yo, look at it. Literally look at the chart. Look at it. Just look at it. The indication, it corrects. Back above this level, what does it do? Literally back above the level, what does it do? It continues. And you know what it does again? You know what it does again, just for the dummies in the back? You know what it does one more time? It makes another indication and then corrects. And then back above this level, what does it do? Literally the same thing. Literally the same thing. The same thing the whole way through. And then here, look at this. Look at this. Sellers kick in, push price down. Price comes back above this level, breaks it. This is an indication. You know what happens? Sellers kick in, they push price down. You know what happens again when we come back above that level that price got pushed above again? You still not seeing it, bro? You still not seeing it? And I want you to also pay attention to something. Market structure works in ways. Matter of fact, I already explained this earlier. I don't need to explain it again. The highs, the supports are getting higher. Look at them. Look at them. Even on the 15-minute, it's still following the structure. Look at this. Boom. Higher support. Support. It's not breaking any supports. It's still just going up. It's not breaking any support. What do you not understand? Once again, I'm gonna make this a little bit tan so you don't get confused. Boom. We'll just make this one. Boom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really fucking matter what color these are. Anyways, with the volume, this helps you. The blue area is New York session. New York session. That's it. All we did was we looked at that 1 hour swing and we just started dissecting price. Look, 1 hour time frame gives us that indication. Later on, it gives us a bigger indication here or more indications here. Sells off because sellers kick into the market. Boom, sells. Cool. That's whatever. We already have our indication above this level, right? So anything above here is going to buy to here. So then you know what happens? Anything above here, where is it going to buy? Look, right here. Where's it going to buy to? This zone. So what is it going to do when it's above here? It's going to buy to this zone. You know what it does if it's still bullish? It makes another high. So you know what price is going to do when it goes above this level? So it corrects back to this level. You know what it's going to do when it starts going back bullish again? It's going to come back to that same level again. Now we have a new indication. Boom. Price corrects. Price starts to build back up. Do you know exactly where it's going to go to? Right here. So, all in all, I just want you to know that this shit is not that hard. It's not easy, but it's not that hard. You're thinking about it too hard. You need to stop watching them courses that you've been watching with fucking the scammers of all the scammers. You need to stop watching those courses. That shit don't work. I don't care what nobody says. That shit don't work. I'm sorry. Anyways, with this being said, we have a new high in the market. So a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful New York session. Beautiful New York session. One trend, one way, right? All off the 1 hour time frame. We come down, 15-minute time frame. We start breaking down price. 1 hour is just to show you what price is going to do. The 15 minutes when you get the like, you cutting a dish up and you like, you putting parsley on the dish. You putting parsley on ramen noodles, bro. Like, lock in. We're detailing the ramen noodles at this point. It's not that hard, right? So even with this being said, boom, look what happens throughout the day. Boom. I'm gonna just go ahead and drag it because you already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna say. Look at here. We have a new high. Market close. Price starts trending down. We don't really care about that session. We don't really care. Look here. London session kicks in here. Pay attention. Pay attention because this is the biggest part. You can't get faked out if you don't get faked out. If you know what I mean. You can't get faked out if you're not faked out. I'm joking with you, but listen, price. Once again, what I say about what I say about the fundamentals. So now we're on a downtrend on that 15-minute time frame. Look at us. This is our highest point. Price sells. This means sellers are here. Once again, if price is selling, that means sellers are right there. Wherever it sold from, that means sellers are there. Sells to a certain point, gets to this point. You can see that buyers try to react. Boom. Buyers try to kick in here. Okay, this is that low. Boom. Sellers kick back in here. Pay attention. Look, sellers here. Sellers, buyers come up. Sellers like, hell no. Push price back down. Boom. Another sell, right? From that level, it sold. So then price gets here. Buyers try to kick in. Boom. Push price up. Sellers like, fuck no. Boom. Sellers once again. Push price down. Pay attention. Look at it. Literally look at what I'm looking at. Sellers come to price gets to this level. Sellers like, hell no. Push price down. Boom. We got another push down. Buyers like, let's go for another push. You can see the green candles. Literally look at the green candles. How far do I have to zoom in for you to see this? Look at it. Sell. Price tries to buy up. Seller's like, fuck no. Sells down. Price gets to this level. Comes back up. Seller's like, fuck no again. Pushes price down. Buyers, sellers, fighting, right? So now look at this. You can't get faked out if you don't listen. So boom, we have this break here. Remember what I said about if price ends up breaking that structure, it's looking to do some type of reversal or something. You have to keep an eye on it. This is where the indication and correction and everything comes into play. This is why the three-step process is so fucking good. This is our indication that above this level that it broke. Boom. We're going to drag this across. This indication is above this level. But then you're going to be like, but Sai, it's sold from right here and all this other. I know that. I can see that too. I can see that. Boom. We have another break and price makes another low. And you're probably like, well, what do I do now? Well, this obviously didn't happen for no reason, right? So we're not going to just forget about this just because price is selling, right? So coming into New York session, which is when we need to trade, when we need to place our trade, we're already, so the reason why we don't place sales is because one, we just made a new high. First of all, let's just not forget price just made a new high. So any of this bearish momentum is most likely coming from price correcting. Most like, don't forget about that. We just bought up the whole previous day. So from here, this is our indication. Even if you wanted to say sales, right? Even if you wanted to say sales, You needed New York's volume to push price. Price gave an indication to the downside. It gave an indication to the upside. Look what volume does. Look at this. Price ends up coming down. Boom, gets to this level. This is a lower high. It's lower than the previous one. But look, it makes a higher low. This is contradicting. We don't trade that. If price is giving you a lower high and a higher low, or a higher low and a lower high, you don't trade it. You literally don't trade it, right? Don't trade it. So now we know above this level, though, right here, price is going to buy because it showed us that indication before. And also as well, we know back above this level, price is going to buy because it did it before, right? So we're just going to move this right here and we're going to put this right here so you can see, look at this movement that price did right here. Just look at it from this level, went all the way to this level. So what do you think price is going to do when it's back above this level? I'm gonna let you answer that one in the comments and please don't be a dumbass.